How's everybody doing? I am back live today, 5 p.m. I thought I'd try a little bit later. We are going to look at an example today of what I consider to be probably the most egregious "What I Eat in a Day" channel on TikTok. Um, I'm kind of blown away by this. I'm, I've got many thoughts, and I know that we like when we watch these things on my channel and other places that people are just like, "Oh, it's horrible," and all like that. This is a very serious issue. I don't understand how we've gotten to the point where we're not really viewing this as a very serious issue. This affects all of society, people's personal health, like your health, involves all of society. So before I get into this, I've got a few other things I want to do. First, I want to say hi to everybody. Teddy, what's going on? Betsy, how are you? Bellin, what's going on? It's Julian. How are you? Space Shuttle Door Gunner, what's going on? Hannah, Anna, Lady Hawk, Fatso, the Bad Beach. Okay. Tigger Jones, Angel Marks, Jessica, Mrs. Future Nurse. I hope it's not too far in the future for you. Annie, Cookies, Jet Batman, Daniel, Kimberly Gonzalez, Rebel. How is everybody doing right now? I hope everybody's having a very good day. I am also having a very good day. So I wanted to go over a few things today. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is like, the issues I talk about, the obesity and public health and tyranny, they're very important issues. Like, I don't talk about YouTube fitness much anymore because I don't really have much to say about any of them. To a great degree, a huge portion of the fitness professionals out there in general all kept their mouths closed in the last 3 years about the thing that was affecting public health more than anything else. Most people just kept making their content and trying to not get canceled versus saying the right things. And I don't respect that at all. There are some people that I lost respect for, many people that I lost respect for in the course of the last couple of years, many people that I lost respect for in the course of the last couple of years. And there's also some people that I've gained respect for, or at least that I respect how they've functioned. I can tell you this, no matter what happened before 2020, or even 2020, up to 2021, if anybody, and I don't care what they are, anything I've said about them before, anything they've said about me before, they don't need to like me, I don't need to like them. If they've spoken up about lockdowns or spoken up about not being forced to take the jab and stuff like that, the vaccine, if anybody has said any of those things, they have my respect. Period. I don't have anything like, even if I don't personally like them, they have my respect. Somebody just asked what I think about the Daily Swole. Me and Swole haven't talked in a long time. But I know he spoke out also, and I respect that. It's just we just don't seem to talk. There's no ill will between either of us. But I just got to say that for the most part, and I know this is an aside to the video I'm going to make, but for the most part, I just really believe that if a fitness professional in the last 3 years has not talked about losing weight, getting healthy, doing these things, then they're just kind of fleecing their audience. And in pre-pandemic era, it was all about getting big, getting strong, the best diets, blah blah blah. And I see a lot of people still make that content, but if they've spoken up about health, about longevity and health and being smart, I gotta say they have a newfound respect from me, and I do gotta say, and this one's going to shock a lot of people. I watched a video earlier today done by Greg Doucette, and while I don't think Greg and I are ever going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, I must say that it is one of the best videos I've seen talking about possible heart disease and just being healthy and not trying to overdo it in the gym. He's talking about how Cali Muscle needs to change his ways. I made a very similar video saying that in order that Cali Muscle needed to give up, being Cali Muscle, and it's very similar to what he said. I think Greg went into a very long and very thorough scientific explanation about the different types of heart attacks and the possible issues from eating and being big and taking too many drugs and everything like that. And I just wanted to say that while, again, me and him are never, ever, ever going to sing Kumbaya and probably never hold hands and never be like buddies or anything like that, I can say that, one, I appreciate the fact that he had been speaking out against the lockdowns when he was up in Canada. And two, I thought this video was one of the best videos I've seen made about why people should not risk their lives just to be big and swole. You know, like I think it's an amazing video, and I encourage all of you to go watch it when you're done here. And that's frankly all I got to say about that. Nothing against anybody else, nothing against, again, I'm sure he's going to say stuff that I don't agree with. Like the Natty or Not videos, I think are the dumbest thing ever for anybody. I think the people that absorb them it's moronic. And I think the people that make them just for clicks, but I can't necessarily hold that against them. It's more the audience that's stupid as fuck about it. But this video, if you have not watched it, go watch it. I was kind of blown away by it. I really was. I was kind of blown away by the video and how well it was done, and how thorough the explanation of the right side to left side heart attacks happen. I think that it's kind of amazing. So go watch it. My hat's off to Greg. Again, yeah, I don't expect anything to change, but I am a type of person where it doesn't matter my personal feelings necessarily about an individual or anything like that. But if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But also, I did want to say, before anybody got crazy, frankly, the man spoke out about the lockdowns and COVID and the jab and everything like that. And anybody that did that, 2020 changed everything. 2020 changed everything. So the other thing that I wanted to say is the video we're about to talk about today brings in, this is not just, it's not just about these, like this woman's video, but give me 1 second. I'm going to set this up real quick. Okay, this is going to be a what I eat in the day video, right? But I wanted to start off by this video by saying this. I started talking about public health more 3, 4, 5 years ago when I saw the level of obesity just rising in America. We have reached an unsustainable level of morbid obesity, gluttony, and chronic illness and disease in our country. We cannot possibly, and I mean not possibly, if this keeps extending going, support this level of chronic illness in America. We will not be able to take care of the multitude of people that are going to be sick. As of right now, literally, 60% of Americans have at least one chronic illness. 40% have more than one. 60% of Americans are on one pharmaceutical at least, if not 40%, or 40% are on several. This is not sustainable. And I just think that this woman's video right here states the perfect reason of why we cannot possibly have universal health care and many other things that we're going to talk about here in a second. I mean, it's one thing if people have a hard time, like we've gone well past the stage where people are, hey, I can't control myself. This is prideful. Like, this woman is prideful in these things. For this to be a prideful action is, first of all, mentally ill on this woman's part. Absolutely mentally ill. This woman is self-harming every day. Here's another part. And if you want to take a look, I will state this for the record. I will state this for the absolute record. This
in a day.
One more time, because I'm going to take this little clip here. I want everybody to understand where I'm coming from with this, because frankly, this prideful gluttony is the reason why I cannot possibly, and I mean not possibly, not only stand for universal health care, which I used to stand for. I used to want us to have universal health care, but I don't even want to stand for shared burden of health care, because this is prideful gluttony.
What I eat in a day.
So, again, I can't even possibly support us having to share healthcare resources or expenditure. If you are not going to take personal responsibility for your health, society should not have to support you. In order for us to have shared healthcare burden, there needs to be individual responsibility for one's health. I don't understand how we've gotten here where we're literally at the stage 3 years into a pandemic of which we closed the world down to protect elderly people and fat people. How we've reached a stage now where people are looking into the camera and purposefully gluttoning themselves on camera. It is just so massively disrespectful to all of society. Do not have sex with people like that woman. If you go out on a date and the person, the male, female that you are, because there's only two, male and female, by the way. But if you go out on a date and the male or female you're out on a date with, if they eat like that, if you spend a day with them and they eat like that, do not have sex with them. You risk having a child with them, and you will be tied with them for their very short, very expensive, very painful, and very horrible life. It will burden you, the child, the family, and society. Do not sleep with people like this. Do not risk having children with people like this. If they are just willfully looking into the camera and gluttoning themselves, pridefully gluttoning themselves. This is like an alcoholic looking right into the camera as they're completely disheveled and their life is in ruins, drinking a fifth of vodka. This is like a smoker smoking from their tracheotomy hole. That's what that is the equivalent of. 100%. If you tie yourself to somebody that is prideful, absolutely prideful in these unhealthy actions, you are an idiot. Do not do this. Do not tie yourself to them in any way. Their future is bleak and they will just pull you down with them. If you have children with them, they will impress upon the children the same very unhealthy actions that they have because they're prideful in it. They don't think there's anything wrong with it. They're proud about it. Do yourself a favor and find somebody that is going to help you grow and be healthy and wants to live a long, happy, healthy life with you. It is one thing to, in some way, possibly not be able to control it. We help people all the time at our coaching try to control their binge eating disorder. I am 2 years, 4 months, and 22 days today since my last binge, thanks to Crystal and our methods and No Morbidity. I don't understand how we've gotten to the point where these individuals are prideful in this gluttony. And the rest of society is cheering them on as if there's not a problem with this. And I'm sorry, this is bad for society, especially after the last 3 years we've had. We cannot possibly sustain this. The wave of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, cancer that is coming in the next 5 to 10 years, when these people who are in their early, mid to late 20s, who have been fat the majority of their lives and eat mostly processed carbohydrates, when they start developing these chronic illnesses much earlier than their counterparts who got fat later on in life and started abusing themselves. You know, the people that are 50 years old and fat right now, they most likely were not fat when they were growing up. There's some anomalous ones, but most of them got fat when they were adults. These folk have been fat their whole lives, eating like this their whole life, and are taking pride in it, so they're not going to stop themselves. It is going to burden society like we cannot possibly sustain. We need to shed this concept of shared societal healthcare burden, especially financially and resource-wise. If you treat yourself like that pridefully, you should have to pay for every dime of your medical expenses for any chronic illness that you develop if you eat too much, drink too much, smoke too much, and especially if you are prideful in it, you should pay for all of your health care. I don't understand why any of our tax dollars or any of our insurance premiums should have to go up to help subsidize your gluttony that you are proud of. Have a good day. It's just absolutely 100% ridiculous. And I had a bunch of people be like, oh, it's probably not that, it's probably just a rare thing. No,
Eat in a day.
I'm turning that off. There's 75 parts to this. She has done this. This is day 75 or day 74. I mean, first of all, she's on YouTube and TikTok. This is actual food. This is eating disorder behavior. This right here is eating disorder behavior. How is it not seen that way? How is this not seen as binge eating? How is this not seen as unhealthy physical behavior? She barely eats actual food, you know, like, and she eats, the one had to be 5,000 to 6,000 calories. So I don't even understand how we've gotten here. This is absolutely against the terms of service agreement of every social media. It's ridiculous. They should play the video game music when she's in the ICU tube stuck in her chest, keeping her alive. I would agree with that. And Frank, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Both you guys. I wanted to talk about these couple of things today, and then now we'll do some Q&A and we will go from there. I wanted to remind everybody that they can get No Morbidity. If they want to stop eating like that, if you know you do that and you are not proud of it and you are trying to control yourself, No Morbidity is a non-stimulant, non-thermogenic-based appetite suppressant made up of 4 ingredients at clinically tested human doses. It is helping tens of thousands of people right now control their hunger and help maximize their stress relief. It also makes it so when you are in a caloric deficit and your body goes to energy stores, it goes predominantly to fat, even more than without it. So you retain more lean mass on No Morbidity while losing weight than without it. So please do check that out at Vitamin Shop. Check it out at Tiger Fitness. Check it out at ambrosiacollective.com. And for those of you that wanted to join me for my workouts, I've been having fabulous workouts lately. But you can join the app right here. You can join the app and join Crystal's Couch to 5K. You can still join in and just catch up. She runs it right as a program, but she also does live runs with people to train them to do a 5K. There's going to be a virtual 5K that they're going to run later on. We have monthly coaching. We have 3-month coaching, and then we have a 6-month coaching deal with a few slots. Left open for 6-month coaching deal. That's less than $70 a month. for daily communication, weekly video conferences, and we like completely adjust your habits bit by bit by bit. You should never feel like you're on a diet, never too much harsh activity. So please do check that out. So let's do some Q&A. Anybody have any questions about anything? I will answer if I know the answer to it. Let's see. Should these videos of self-harm be used as evidence to have them pay for their own insurance? I would say so. I'm 100% for that. And again, for those of you that really don't like, you can check my content back like 5 years. I was very pro universal health care. There's not a way I can't even imagine being having universal health care right now. If we had universal health care, that would incentivize people to even, in fact, be less healthy, and therefore we will not be able to sustain this. This is an unsustainable level of societal gluttony and drinking. The drinking and the smoking are bad also. Too much drinking, too much smoking, of course. Too much drinking and smoking, bad for you. But to be real, 60% of the population are not alcoholics. 60% of the population is morbidly obese, fat, and addicted to food. I would bet you it's close to 60%. If you look at waist to height ratio, if we want to take out the BMI, which most of the fat acceptance people don't like BMI, if you want to take out the BMI, just go by waist to height ratio, I would argue that 60% of the population is obese. I would argue that by waist to height ratio, probably only 10% of the population is actually considered at a healthy weight or under. And some people, and there's a small percentage of people that would actually be considered under. The only time we talk about eating disorders all of a sudden is when it's restrictive eating disorder. Meanwhile, we know that people are fat as fuck and they have a disordered relationship with food and they're gluttoning themselves into an early grave. Like, I find it amazing that we are so worried about restrictive eating disorders, and you don't want to get an eating disorder when you diet. Oh my God, look out for it. Diet culture leads to eating disorders. What the fuck do you think you got when you're 300 pounds? Like, you don't think you think you got to 300 pounds because you don't have some sort of disordered eating, you stupid fuck? I understand that these people lie to themselves, and I really understand that a 300-pound person has likely consumed a lot of ultra-processed carbohydrates that's made them stupid as fuck, because it actually does affect cognitive ability and executive function. But holy shit, people, you're 300 fucking pounds. You think you have a healthy relationship with food? You think you just need to lose a few pounds because it's better on your fucking knees? No, you glutton yourself. We all fucking know it. It's ridiculous. This is embarrassing. I remember when it was frowned upon and you gorge yourself in private. Thanks for helping and coaching me. This is Aretha. Aretha, thank you very much. You are very welcome. Thank you for being declined. I appreciate you. Melissa Coleman, thank you very much. I appreciate you also. But my goodness, people, like, I mean, how are we going to actually do this? Like, in what way is this in any way sustainable for people to actually just continuously glutton themselves this way? It's out and out ridiculous. I mean, it truly is. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. So happy to catch a live, have a bad day yesterday and wanted to binge on junk food watching TV. Instead, watched the repost of yesterday's live, ate 2 cans of tuna and lots of veggies for dinner, worked out. Penelope, that's outstanding. Very good job. If you're lucky enough to reach your 40s, they will 100% regret it. I think so too. And your profile picture is hilarious. I love it. They don't even look like they enjoy the food. No, it's gluttony to gluttony. She looks like she could have bulimia. She does look like she could have bulimia. She's either just started this and is 75 days into it, or she does purge, in my opinion. So, but she's prideful in it. I'm sorry, but like I feel for everybody. But if you're a prideful alcoholic, I feel the same way about you. Fuck off. Fix your shit. I mean, I know that sounds very, very harsh, but the world's fucking harsh. People have gotten way too used to safe spaces and being subsidized by all sorts of shit. I'm actually shocked. That's definitely the worst I've ever seen. And so young, I was fine till my mid-40s. No excuses. But even now, I know it's not right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Julian's back. Thank you. Drinking and smoking combined is the absolute worst. Drinking, smoking, and gluttony combined is the absolute worst. Let's see. Younger people are more detached from the concept of eating this much is bad. They're way detached from it. Way. I used to be pro universal healthcare as well. Then I came to realize just how badly the majority of the population eats. And then So why should that be subsidized? Like, if you are not going to take care of, if you are not going to take personal, again, I agree with you. If you're not going to take personal responsibility, you should not have universal burden. I mean, because it's not universal health care. It's universal burden of health care because we all have to pay for it. It's not like people like, we all need free health care. There's no such thing as free fucking health care, you dumb fucks. Trust me, there's no, and especially then, because you don't think that the very corrupt fucking healthcare industry and corrupt fucking pharmaceutical industry that we have in America, you don't think that if all of a sudden it's one payer system and the government pays for everything, they are going to charge out the fucking nose every possible thing. Every surgery will be approved. Every drug will be approved. As it is right now, doctors, most of them, like 90% of all doctors, are just basically drug dealers. They're just basically drug dealers. We still have doctors prescribing SSRIs for depression when it's been shown without, like, it is the science now, but it is scientifically valid that serotonin doesn't have much to do with depression. They're just still giving people SSRIs because they want the fucking money, because there's a financial incentive for them to do so. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So it's okay to come after Gwyneth Paltrow and critique her diet, but not these people. That's what I'm saying. Like like Tess Holliday was like, oh, this is horrible. Like woman, like seriously, she could knock down a small building if she tripped and ran into it, and she's going to critique some other person's fucking food choices. It's insane. From just a financial angle, she's spending a crazy amount all on junk food and has more in common with cardboard than actual food. Exactly. Do you drink alcohol? I do not anymore. I do not. I'm not saying I never have, but I do not anymore. You know that if you be here more often. But no, I don't drink. I used to smoke weed too, and I don't smoke weed anymore. I don't drink or I don't smoke anymore. I live healthy. I 9 pounds when I'm 90. That's what I promised my wife. Drinking and smoking and gluttoning myself is not going to get me there. Because why think gross overeating is bad for everyone? Exactly. All these mukbang channels need to be shut down. I agree. It's self-harm. It is. It's self-harm. It's self-harm. Think how much money she's spending on fast food. A lot. But she's being monetized. She's probably being monetized other places too for doing this, which is sad. Not to mention how expensive many of these are. Exactly. Let's see. The money they're making on TikTok. They don't believe overeating is a problem. It's crazy. I mean, it is. It's crazy. How is this different than a drug addict shooting up on camera and being proud of it? What platforms promoting their content? She's on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok doing that shit. Making money probably on all three platforms. You know, I mean, for real. It's ridiculous. Binge eating disorder is so much more common than restrictive eating disorders. It's vastly, vastly more common. I would argue, I would say a substantial percentage of the population of the United States has some sort of issue with binge eating. Maybe not full-blown binge eating disorder, but some sort of issue with binge eating. You'd have to ask Mark that. I have no idea. I don't formulate. So, and I didn't know that was on there. So, I'm tired of starving. What do you eat when you're hungry? Steak. Overton window on overeating is ridiculously skewed. Yep. Some lady argued that there is no way to tell that Lizzo is obese because I do not know what numbers on the scale. She's fucking huge. She's fucking huge. I mean, she's obese by every metric. BMI, waist to height ratio, body fat percentage. I mean, it's insane. I mean, she's huge. She's an enormous woman. So you don't have, if you were blind, there's no way for you to tell unless she was walking next to you and you could feel the vibrations on the ground. No one got fat overnight. What happened to portion control? Exactly. What do you think about the non-carbonated V8 energy drinks? I don't drink coffee or soda, and I like it for some tea-based caffeine. I have no idea. I've never tried them. I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't drink caffeine anymore either. I don't use caffeine anymore either. Again, I'm trying to live as healthy as humanly possible. I really am. I'm trying to live as healthy as humanly possible. Going on a work trip where food is provided, any advice for staying healthy when you can't control your food quality? If you're going on a work trip, you can eat Crystal and I keep meaning to do this. We just don't travel as much as we used to. But we eat very healthy when we travel. Like at the least unhealthy thing I probably would eat is you can stop at an Arby's and get a tub of meat if you get stuck. But if you go to a restaurant shit. A steak with no butter, veggies no butter, salad with just vinegar and oil, all healthy. But to a great degree, you don't need to be like super, super healthy. You just need to try to make the healthier choice. Like we tell clients all the time, like it's not about making the healthiest choice. Like I don't want you eating chicken or broccoli every single day, which that's not even really the healthiest choice. Steak and broccoli would be a more aptitude. Steak and broccoli is healthier to me than chicken and broccoli. But you can make the healthier choice. There are no morbidly obese 85-year-olds. Nope. Are you partnering with MTS on the new cardiac health supplement? I was curious on the timeline for that. Yes, we are, and I'm not sure yet. We're still in trademark for that one, I believe. The food is poisoned by design. I completely agree. Alan, Portugal has universal healthcare system. Current obesity rate is 50% of the population. I'll let you know how that goes. Could be a case study on how obesity affects the system. It's going to crush it. Crush it. It could be binge eating disorder as well, but it makes money for them. Yep, I completely agree. Alan, how do you define processed foods? I like a lot of pickled, marinated foods, mushrooms, olives, etc., but don't want to continue. That's not necessarily like I talk about ultra processed foods. Ultra processed foods, when they strip away the fiber, they strip away the stuff. Pickling something is a preservation technique. We have pickled onions in our refrigerator right now that Crystal makes for me. We have pickled jalapenos that she makes for me too. Oh, so good. But that's not ultra processed. Stay away from ultra processed foods. Some processing of food you got to watch out for because they add a lot of fucked up shit to it, like nitrates and shit like that. You got to watch that shit too. But pickled or marinated foods and mushrooms are good. Pickling something is really not anything but a preservation process. I'm talking about when they strip away nutrients and they strip away other stuff. That's what I'm talking about. At least alcoholics realize how messed up they are. Exactly. Music matches her childlike behavior and likely her cognition. I completely agree. How is the vast majority of society would deem a portioned whole food based diet as a form of restrictive or orthorexia while they consume ultra processed foods daily? It drives me insane every single day. Somehow or another, I literally, for the people that are on the app, by the way, you can join the app right here or get coaching. If you get coaching, you get to see what I eat too, because I share it almost every day in the Hunger Management Support Group. I just had a big fat steak and no veggies. And I'm sure that there's somebody will be out there like, no vegetables? Like, well, I did have a green supplement earlier, but I'm probably going to have some berries tonight. So I'll have my food, But eating whole foods is somehow like restrictive and you're crazy. Like when you say, like, have you ever seen like people's faces when you say no to pizza? Like it's like they look at you like you got four heads, Norwegians pay 50% of their income for free healthcare. Damn. Yes, I've been reading about that. Absolutely. Kayla Shea just realized a fab video showing what you get for $25 at the dollar store and at McDonald's. She blew the can't afford to eat healthy food myth out of the water. I could eat from the dollar store on $30 a week. I wouldn't be the tastiest shit, but I could. Keep up great work. Thank you very much. What the docs will say is the risks don't outweigh the outcome. If you feel off after taking it for X amount of time, then come back. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you go over what the 3-month program includes? I'm interested, but the link is just for payment and I'm missing something. Okay, for our coaching, it is daily. Like you would sign up for coaching. We give you your own private chat with just Crystal and myself. It is daily communication, weekly video conferences. Like I sit down, you sit down, and through our app, we talk and we make adjustments. We also help you build healthier lifestyle habits around your food, nutrition, hydration, sleep, stress relief. We provide like a range of macros if you count macros. And then by the time you're done with coaching, we try to get to the point where you're done counting, because counting macros can also be a crutch that people fall off of and cause them to go to break and go back to bad habits. We set a program physically for you. We have people that just walk more in a day. We also have people that are training for marathons. So we do an individualized, wide array of things. We try to make sure it's individualized for every single person. I have people everywhere from Portugal, South Korea, Japan, and Russia, up to the UK, California, Canada, Colombia, Florida, right down the road, and everywhere in between. I even have a few people. I don't have any right now, but I had a few people in Hawaii also. So we we coach anybody anywhere around the world, and we take pride in the fact that we try to help the person learn the skills that we're coaching them on. I'm a big why person. Like I try to explain everything. So here's why I want you to do this. That way they understand and they can help themselves when they're done with coaching. So that is what our coaching is about. I hope to see you there. And for anyone else that's interested, here you go. The 6-month coaching is $70 a month or less than $70 a month. The 3-month block is $100 a month, and the 1-month block is $165 a month, in case any of you were wondering. So, and the reason being is, the more time you're willing to invest, the better break we try to give you. I've been sober for several years from drinking, but weed is my only vice, and my body reacts well to it the next day. I just got to the point where I just want to get good sleep, drink plenty of water, work out really hard every day, spend time with the wife and my kid and the animals. And that's what I want to do, Tigger, not sure if it's a better mindset listening to Alan or listening to Alan with berberine, all three most likely. But as soon as I take a bit of junk, it turns my stomach. Couldn't binge right now if I wanted to. Berberine is an active, and I'm going to start probably tomorrow. I'm going to go over some of the active ingredients that are going to be in Alchemy, which is our new product that's following up. Should be released mid-July at the latest. But I'm very, very, very excited for it. It has berberine, banaba, NC2, chromium in it. I'm very, very, very excited for it. It is fabulous for blood sugar regulation, insulin sensitivity, inflammation. I take it every day along with no morbidity. I literally have no physical hunger. I train very, very, very intensely for like an hour a day, very intensely. And for a man that's about to turn 52 years old, I have no inflammation. My joints don't hurt at all. It is really, I'm extremely proud. As a matter of fact, hang on a second. I wanted to show everybody something. So I see a lot of people show pictures from years ago, they show pictures from all the time, years ago, everything like that. And I just wanted to say that this is me today. This was me today. This was taken just a little bit ago. So I don't just talk about it. I am about it. So I work out hard every single fucking day. I watch what I eat every single fucking day. I try to get good sleep, good hydration. That is my 2nd gallon of water in my hand right there. This was taken at like noon today. This, by the way, is a non-filtered screen grab from the video filmed today. So this is just video that was being filmed, and this is just a screen grab, no filter, no nothing. This is just me. So I don't ever want anybody to say that I'm not about this. I am 2 years, 4 months, and 22 days since my last binge because I treat it like it's alcoholism. I make sure to take the steps every single day. I take steps every single day to try to make sure that I'm not going to binge that day, because binging will kill me. And I owe my wife 90 years. I owe my wife to get to 90 years old, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make it so. That's why I quit smoking. That's why I quit drinking. That's why I quit caffeine, because I want to live a long time for this woman. And that's the end of that. That's how I look at it. I'm not just about, you cannot just talk about it. You got to be about it. That's for sure. Best diet is the one that's sustainable, allows you to work out, gym, function properly, and has adequate macro and micros. Stuffing your face with junk food goes against all 3 of those tenets. I completely agree. Alia, I completely agree. Completely agree. I've learned to stave off hunger. Never been happier. Outstanding. Swap drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes for drinking water and smoking meat. Best decision of my life. Brian, outstanding. I'm going to have Brian on the channel at some point in time soon, because this motherfucker's lost like 200 some pounds. Not only has he used no morbidity for part of it to help him through, but he used no morbidity to build healthy habits, so he's still losing weight. I am super proud of this motherfucker. This dude is a fucking animal. This motherfucker is his own fucking hero. I'm super proud of that motherfucker. Super proud of him. The older I get, the more I'm convinced I am that healthy, balanced diet, exercise, and sunshine is the real medicine we need. It is absolutely the real medicine we need, 100%. It is the real medicine that would save so many people from early death. I mean, when you think about it, our average age of life expectancy has gone down recently when we have more technology and more advancements in pharmaceutical and healthcare than ever before. we have in the last 40 years watched chronic illness and disease skyrocket, obesity skyrocket, which is why the chronic illness and disease has skyrocketed, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancers. It is what we're eating. It is absolutely what we're eating and how we're treating ourselves. It's a sedentary lifestyle based around ultra-processed carbohydrates that is, in fact, the reason why we are getting sicker and sicker and sicker and making more and more and more and more and more and more money for big food, big pharma, and the healthcare industry. 100%. And if you think differently, prove me wrong. Prove that somehow or another, even though we have more technology and better drugs than we've ever had, apparently, supposedly, that's according to what the FDA says. The FDA says we've never been more advanced. Why are we sicker than ever? Why has everybody got to be on them? Why has the average age of life expectancy gone down? Why? Somebody tell me. Somebody explain it to me. I'd debate anybody. I cannot fathom purposely displaying self-gluttony. It is an attempt to show off that you're in a financial state to afford and gorging yourself on what? It is privilege. It is obese privilege. We do not have fat. We do not have weight discrimination. We do not have weight stigma. We have obese privilege in America. There is no more privileged people on the fucking planet than the American obese person. To be able to afford and have enough access to enough fucking carbohydrates and enough fucking food to glutton yourself to morbid obesity that you are then, when you develop chronic illness and diseases, you are subsidized and by everybody else. That is fucking privilege. Privilege. If you are obese in America, you are a privileged motherfucker. And if you don't believe so, travel the world a little bit and see what actual poverty and what fucking non-privilege looks like, motherfuckers, because it is not fat. People are not fat from fucking from being poor in the other areas of the world. People who don't have food in the other areas of the world who are poor, they starve to death. They don't fucking die of type 2 diabetes because they can't say no to fucking sugar. You dumb fucks. It's ridiculous. Cynical Dude did a video on Fat Sophic Bro where Fat Sophic Bro said sugar is not addicting. That's insane. That's just completely insane. It is absolutely an addictive substance. We should not give sugar to children. Children should not get any sugar, any added sugar. It is a fucking drug, period. Let's see. Eventually, we don't know, but Lizzo's muscles will give way, even though seem active. Oh yeah, she's done. Wow. Alan used to have a glass of wine with dinner. I mean, I'm not saying I would never drink again, but I just haven't. I just don't. I don't feel like it. You know. Why is steak healthier than chicken? I think it has a better micronutrient profile. It has better profile of sodium and B12 and stuff like that too. And I think it's better because it tastes better. So, I think it has better fats to it too, especially when it's grass fed. Yo, Ray Niche, another motherfucker I'm proud of. This motherfucker right here. This motherfucker, Ray Niche, has been on No Morbidity for less than 9 months and has lost 150 fucking pounds. He has lost a third of his body mass in less than 9 motherfucking months. 150 plus fucking pounds on No Morbidity and watching what he eats, being mindful, getting proper hydrations, getting good sleep, stress relief, all the things that make you healthier. 150 fucking pounds in less than 9 months. I'm super proud of that motherfucker too. God damn. My parents are 70 and 66 and they look great and they've always taken care of themselves. My friends literally don't believe me that if I mention their ages because people deteriorate so quickly these days. I mean, look at Tess Holliday. Tess Holliday looks like she's a 60-year-old woman. That's how she walks. She's not going to be around another 5-10 years. I wouldn't say I feel bad, but she's an abjectly horrible person. So I don't. That's another thing too. I'm finding myself caring less and less because people are just openly, pridefully gluttoning themselves. People are fat as fuck, burdening society and demanding that we change society for them. Fuck that. Make society harder on everybody else because they can't say no to ho-hos? No. Just did 4 rounds on the heavy bag. Thank you. And Nomo, I lost 28 kilograms in 6 months. 8 kilograms in 6 months. That is 56, 50, that is almost 60 pounds in 6 months on No Morbidity. Boom! That's what I'm saying, motherfuckers. Very proud of you, motherfuckers. You should be proud of yourself. Thank you very much. Thank you for clarifying. My pleasure. is bacon and Polish sausage processed? Polish sausage has a lot of nitrates in it, so you got to watch out for it. I would say that they're both mildly processed in the curing process, like it's a curing process, but they're not stripped of nutrients. They're just cured. When I'm talking about ultra processed food is the ones you should avoid. Ultra processed foods are things that, like, wheat is stripped of all of its nutrients, stripped of its fiber, and then put in things. Sugar is stripped of fiber, other minerals and everything like that, and is just glucose and fructose. That's all it is. That's an ultra processed food. Canada has free healthcare, 22% obesity rate, but I think it's higher than that. It's higher than that, and it's fucking us bad with the healthcare system. Yep. I saw the sugar addiction video, and I think Fat Stafford Bro is the one that said fat acceptance, worst fat acceptance around. He's also a professional victim. Oh yeah, they all are. They all are. Alan, what are your thoughts on replacing the current PE system in schools, basically sports classes, with actual physical education, about chronic intake and sustainable workout routines? I think that is the fucking way to go. And if they want to have sports, if they want to play sports, they can play on the actual teams for the high school, which every fucking child should. Every child should be on a team sport and an individual sport if they can. Every fucking child. It teaches like camaraderie, teamwork, and it teaches self-discipline. Absolutely. But I love that idea. That's an excellent idea. If somebody asked me earlier if I would ever be Secretary of State or Secretary of Health for the United States, would I take it? And I said, unwillingly, yes. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to run for office. I would never want to be the Secretary of Health. I don't want that kind of fucking exposure. I don't fucking like people that much. I really fucking don't. But, people are going to have to do what they can do to help society out. Like, I can tell you this: if I would ever run for Congress, like United States Congress, my platform would consist of, I will be mic'd up at all times. I will put one of the cameras on me with a microphone. You will know everything that I say, every person I talk to, every conversation I would have with anybody. You would know everything that happens in Congress. I would hold weekly video chats answering questions, as I do now, with all of my constituents about my thoughts, and I would be polling my constituents constantly to find out what they would, because I would be their representative. I would not be their leader. I would be their representative. So I would make it so my office would be on live stream all the time. Anybody who walks in my office would have to know we are being live streamed right now. Anybody that would speak to me would know that I'm being recorded and live streamed right now, because that is what the American people deserve. I would do that if I was Secretary of Health for the United States. I would do that also. I would not have any meeting with any pharmaceutical company, the FDA or the CDC, which are both pharmaceutical companies, by the way, the NIH, anybody. I would not have any meetings with any of these associations that give doctors their certifications or anything like that without it being recorded, every single word, for multiple reasons. One, I wouldn't want anybody to say that I said something I didn't say. But two, I would want everybody to know what was said to me and what I responded back to, because that is true representation. And that's how I would run for Congress or be the Secretary of Health for the United States. Have a nice day. My man is making air fryer, mushroom marinated chicken, and salad for dinner. I've got a pork butt in the Instant Pot. I'm going to pull the bone out of it. We're going to use the bone to make some bone broth along with some liver for the dog. And then I already rendered off the lard from that, so I'm going to use the lard for other stuff later on. I rendered down some great beef tallow the other day, which you can use as like a lotion and stuff like that, or even make a candle out of, which is fucking amazing. We might make candles out of that shit. So it is just like, there's so many neat things to do when you're not like gluttoning yourself, I said no to cake recently, and everybody laughed like why I wasn't eating. I just really didn't want it, regardless of the celebration. I mean, it's just strange how people are like, oh my God, you're not eating cake? Like, no, why, people at my work have gotten used to me saying no. Good. What is the green supplement you use? I don't have it right here in front of me, but I use Machine Greens and Reds from MTS Nutrition. The grape flavor is fucking wonderful, but I'm about to have a chaga tea, which is caffeine free, by the way. I'm about to have a chaga tea, and I'm going to put a scoop of nectar, honey, there's a honey lemon in there to sweeten it up. So that's like my night thing. I'm enjoying not having the coffee and having the chaga tea later on the day, because then I'm able to have like a nice warm thing to just kind of with a good flavor to it. I like it. So Becky, how are you doing? Got some clients on Abilify. Side effects is hunger. Would Nomo help assist this considering mechanisms? No morbidity works basically. No morbidity blocks the biological mechanisms that create ghrelin in the stomach. So I'm not sure what Abilify does. If it's a blood sugar regulation thing, if it causes blood sugar spikes, that would be more on the line for alchemy. But no morbidity does help, block the biological mechanism of hunger. It helps blunt the biological mechanism of hunger. So your stomach doesn't produce as much ghrelin, and you feel fuller faster and all like that. So I'd have to check. If you pay a tremendous amount of taxes for healthcare, it's not free. That's right. Alan is the real one. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Alan hasn't changed his message. Thank you very much. What pets do you have? We have Yogi Moon, who is our new miniature Shar-Pei puppy that Crystal is playing with right now. My cat, Awesome Sauce, which I don't even know where she's at. Awesome. She's probably in the bedroom pouting because we have a new puppy. And we also have Mr. Kitty and Jinxie Cat, too. So we have 3 cats. We have a turtle and 3 fish. We did have 3 fish, and then we also had shrimp in each of their tanks. And my pet shrimp, his name was Pepe. But one of the fish ate Pepe. It was a tragic day. I'm just addicted to coffee and cardio. The coffee will catch up to you. I'm telling you. Be careful. Those arms can crush watermelons. Thank you very much. You can definitely tell you practice what you preach. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Your shoulders never cease to amaze me. Jessica can tell you, I don't know if Jessica's in the chat, but the people that do the workouts with me know why. First of all, Crystal's programs are all amazing, but I do side lateral raises just about every day. I work on my shoulders lightweight every single day, and I've got just fucking ridiculous ass genetics for shoulders. Like my genetics are just my dad's shoulders are amazing. Like I've got ridiculously good genetics for shoulders, ridiculously good. One more time here, guys, just in case anybody's wondering, here is where you can get the app. You can get the Couch to 5K program, or you can just join me along for my workouts Monday through Thursday. But also, then you can get a 1 month coaching, 3 month coaching, or you can get a 6 month coaching package, and I can help you rewrite your habits. Look at this. I'm 5'6", 160, down from 190, aiming for 140. Thank you so much for the inspiration. That is out fucking standing. Boom. That is amazing. Great goddamn job. Great goddamn job. Nomo got me down to 220 from 300, and my metabolic test came out free of red flags. I'm disabled in menopause on psych drugs, and I have binge eating disorder. They are just BS excuses that didn't want to hold me back. That is out motherfucking standing. That is, you should be so fucking proud of yourself. I am super fucking proud of you. You fucking rock. Keep going. You can fucking do this. Out motherfucking standing. Fucking bunch of heroes in the chat today. God damn. Almost at 190 ounces of water. You fucking get it, Nick. That's outstanding. Outstanding. My grandpa just beat the vid at 92 while going through gallbladder failure. He grew up eating real food. He has proof that food eats you matter. That the food you eat matters. Absolutely. Absolutely it does. I love all the success stories so much for 98% of diets fail. Fuck that shit. We've shown that, like, I've lost 100 pounds myself. Like for years I've kept it off. To say all means you fail. That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all that is. So, hey, Alan, I was just wondering what I can do for cardio at home. The forest fires in Canada are really bad, and being outside is too dangerous due to air quality. Thanks a lot. Jesus Christ. You could join the app and do a bunch of Crystal's classes with her. That would be good cardio from home. Right in the privacy of your own home. You can do it on your laptop, or you can do it right on your phone. So that would be good. But also you can do like just Tabata work, everything like that. She does Tabata all the time. She's doing volume training tonight with people, which is just awesome. Fast food has become the new crack. Oh my God. Please never shut up about these topics. Thank you. I will not. I appreciate you. How do you like your steak cooked? On the grill at very high heat and to rare. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I put salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder on both sides. Crust it really well. Sear that motherfucker. Let the flame get to it. Eat every fucking bit of it. Yeah, baby. People think that if you're strong and mobile, you must be in your 30s. I mean, they can think I'm whatever age I want. I'm super happy. I'm super proud that I'm 52. I'm going to be 52 soon. I'm like giving myself, I'm tacking age on, I'm super proud of my age. Like, first of all, it's absolutely a fucking amazing that I made it this far. Like, if you guys want to know before Crystal, it was absolutely fucking amazing. I made it this far. Absolutely amazing. Like, I didn't think I would. That's for fucking sure. But I also like. I'm super healthy. I feel great. I lead a very healthy lifestyle. I'm very, very, very happy for it. Let's see. I really don't get the whole eat what I eat a day thing. I hate watching people eat different. I know. Me too. Yeah. I'd love to see a usual meal for you, Alan. You can join the app and see my usual meals. If you want to see my usual meals, go ahead and join the app because they're on there. My meal from earlier is posted, and then I'll post what I'm eating later on too. People think I already did that one. Not for them really, but for the kids and folks left behind. I hear you. I saw a 220-pound 15-year-old girl today. That's fucking sad. You're right. That is sad as fuck. That really is. That is sad as fuck. That is horrific. Horrific. Holy shit, that's bad. That's very, very, very bad. I hate that Americans right now, PE teachers. I hate that American right now, PE teachers, kids who hate exercise. I think so too. Let's see. How would make an AOC cry? Probably. But the thing is, I'd make a lot of Republicans cry too because they want to fucking do shady shit also. That's my thing. That's why like. The government should have no secrets from us besides troop movement, besides actual troop movements. There should be no secrets from the American people. They should know next to nothing about us, and we should know every fucking thing about them. We should literally be able to look up where they spend every motherfucking dollar. Every single fucking one of them. We should be able to check this shit out. Personally, one YouTuber finally calculated what fast food costs her in a month, over $3,000. Jesus fucking Christ. My father may be losing his leg to diabetes after years of gluttony with no regret. Now he's trying to change. Sad. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Dude, I really, really am. Make sure he takes it very seriously from here on out because once the statistic is 2 years after the first diabetic lower limb amputation, they live about 2 years. That's it. So, my condolences to you, brother. I love tallow for so much. Making a new batch for this weekend. Yeah, I've got a ton of ground meat in there that I'm going to render off the fat from that too, and make more tallow with it. So, Alan has it right. Congress people are public servants. There should be transparency. Absolutely, and that's if I got elected, that's what I would do. I'm not saying I want to run for Congress, but that's what I would do. You know, I mean. That way, my constituents, and frankly, everybody would know what the fuck is being said to me, around me, by everybody else. Like, how can it be possible that Congress has closed door meetings? Like the whole list thing, the Epstein list. How is it even fucking possible we don't have that fucking list? They have it. Why the fuck don't we? I don't give a fuck who's on it. We should have that fucking list. If they have it, we should have it. I don't fucking understand how like that in itself should be enough for us to literally kick all those motherfuckers out for real, you know? Someone asked me the other day if I ever eat cake. I said, sure, if I'm celebrating a birthday or something. I'm not celebrating Wednesday. It's not your birthday every week. I say that all the time. It's not your birthday every week. Not only that, but people eat cake all the time. Pancakes, cupcakes. People eat cake, like something with the word cake in it all the goddamn time. And to a great degree, most of the bread that you get from fast foods in other countries would be classified as cake. That's how much sugar is in it. What do you think about wild boar? Hubby and I went hunting for the first time, and someone cleaned it for us, but nervous about eating it. Eat the fuck out of that motherfucker. Eat the fuck out of it. It's fucking meat. It's wild meat. Just cook it well, but eat the fuck out of it. People want to be around others that share their same desires, whether that be indulgence for caloric foods or alcohol or binging. Yep, that's very true. Very, very true. Let's see here. My husband is down 97 pounds and works out now. He's 59. Bam! That's fucking awesome too. Great goddamn job. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. Very, very good job. Jessica, I am. The lateral raises. My shoulders look awesome. That's. I'm telling you, low weight, squeeze control, and just lots of volume with minimal rest. Burn those motherfuckers out. We did it. We did shoulders today. That's why I look that way today. So everybody's got to understand that's with a full pump too, right? Like that's not just like this. Like that's with a full pump. You know, like you can see the engorgement. You know. Let's see. Do you consider caffeine bad for you? I have about 2 total cups of black coffee. I don't consider it bad for you. There's actually a lot of studies that show for some people it's very, very good for you. I just know that for me, it was affecting my sleep. Like I sleep, I can, it's weird. Like I don't just pass out in the evening now. Like I can stay up and fall asleep. My sleep quality is better, but I would just sit down and as soon as the caffeine, like as soon as my body relaxed, I would pass the fuck out. So now the way it works is like I stay up, we watch TV for a little bit together, we talk, we read or whatever, and then I kind of drift off to a very comfortable, very, very, very sound sleep. Whereas before, I felt like my sleep quality was very, very fucked up. And I'm a big believer, like I keep trying, like just like I do with clients, like I keep telling you, in clients, we try to adjust your lifestyle bit by bit by bit. And if something doesn't work, we take a back click and then we try 2 more clicks, like you can never feel like you're on a diet. It can never feel like it's a very hard, serious, strenuous thing. It needs to be a lifestyle that you build up, right? And I was just realizing that I just was not getting good quality sleep. So I tried to figure out what I could change. And honestly, one of the best things I could change was, well, maybe it's the caffeine. And as soon as I took it away, my workouts got even better, by the way. And I'm trying out new stuff. Like I'm trying out Vasky, which is like a non-stimulant pre-workout tomorrow from Mark Lobliner. I'm trying it out because it gives like a really good pump because it has like even better pump than I got today. So I'm trying it out tomorrow. I can't wait. I'll take pictures. And I also I'm drinking chaga, which is a mushroom-based kind of like tea. I drink a lot more teas that have medicinal purposes to them now. Like chamomile tea, cinnamon tea for blood sugar regulation, those sorts of things. I'm just looking more towards that. And I'm like, this is me without caffeine. This is me without stimulants. I clearly fucking don't need stimulants. So it's to me it helps out. It helps me out be less like. And let's see, Abilify is a mood stabilizer. It would absolutely, no morbidity would absolutely help you. I think the mood stabilizer causes people to just not give a fuck and eat, but it will absolutely help you. I went from 195 to 172 in the last 4 months. Posted my progress. Bam! Out goddamn standing. Hell fucking yeah. Keep going, people. Keep going. Congrats to all making and achieving goals and taking charge of your health. I got to say, I love all you motherfuckers show up and share your stories, especially that we're trying to get healthier. This is about, this is literally about like making sure that everybody stays as healthy as possible. Like that's what it is for me. Like this is about us, like just sharing information. And again, like I don't care who you listen to. I don't care like who your favorite YouTuber is, just your favorite fitness person is or whatever. Just try to make it so you take what you do from them, even take what you do from me. Make sure you do your research on research everything I say. That's one of the reasons why I like to share studies on all of our on the supplements we're a part of, because I want to make sure that people know this is what I've read about this. This is why I think this way. Again, I'm a very big why person. It's one of the things I told people about about the coaching. I want to explain to people why things. Like, here's why you should take no morbidity, because one of the reasons that it's thinogen in it. Thinogen uncouples the protein 1-enase of adipose tissue. Therefore, when your body is in a caloric deficit, your body is more apt to go to the free-floating fatty acids instead of trying to break down amino acids out of your muscles. So it does help in clinical human-tested studies. People lose more body fat than lean mass than without it. That's one of the reasons, and we showed the studies, and we go along with that. That's one of the reasons why I like doing stuff like that, is I want to make sure that people research what they say. Even if I say something, research it. If you don't believe me, research it, especially if you don't believe me. But research everything I say and try to build a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. Take what you can from me, take what you can from other people, and try to put it all together that what works for you. And if you have a hard time putting this stuff together, you can get our coaching. Again, here are the packages. And that's what we do. We help people put together a lifestyle. And we don't have, like, not everybody eats like me. Not everybody works out like me. Very few people eat like me, as a matter of fact, that are on our app. And very few people work out like me that are on our app because that's what works for me personally. And I have tailored my stuff to manage my binge eating disorder, which, once again, 2 years, 4 months, and 22 days as of today, no binges. So I just pulled the trigger. Looking forward to working with you. How you doing, man? I see it. I just saw it come in. I will have you set up as soon as I'm done with this. I appreciate you. Looking forward to working with you. I know TDE isn't always 100% accurate, but how should I calculate my activity if my only workout is walking 3 to 5 miles? I don't think you should worry about calculating it. That's what I think. I think you should worry about the results and then work your way off of it from there, because it is not even close to 100% accurate, because you're guesstimating at your activity level. So it's not even close to 100% accurate. Just like we give, like on our app, we give people a range of calories, because the range is really what it is anyway, because it's not really that accurate. Like, as an example, people eye up their portion sizes most of the times and they fuck that shit up. But also, there is like 2 4-ounce pieces of chicken breast could weigh the exact same and be very different in nutritional makeup due to hydration levels, fat levels, those sorts of things, you know? So it's just, I mean, I think you should just, if you're not, you know, getting the progress you want to get, either increase the activity and or try to reduce some calories, preferably from ultra processed carbohydrates if you're taking them. Fellow fit people, what do you do? What do you do that really pisses off fat people? Just exist as fit and call them fat as fuck. Like pretty much everything I do. Yeah, pretty much everything I do pisses fat people off, or the fat people that are in denial off. It's weird because, like, the fat people that realize they need help, they all fucking jive with this. The fat people that are in complete denial, they just fucking can't stand me for stating fucking truths. I don't know. It is what it is. I sleep well at night, just as we just discovered. I got a question. How do these horrible TikToks always have to be at Mara Music? I don't know. It's very strange. I agree with you. It's very, very strange. What about Republicans? Fuck Republicans too. Like, most of the people that are in Congress have been there for the last 40 fucking years. That's the fucking problem. You know, I'm not, like, I voted Republican last time, but I voted Democrat many times before. I'm an independent. You know, I look at the fucking topics and then I fucking decide what I fucking want to say. I don't know if I'd run as an independent, but it's a hypothetical that I would run anyway. Let's see. Children obesity is an all-time high. Took my 2 children to the park today, and there wasn't any children in sight. Perfect weather to be outside, and you wonder why children are obese. Exactly. It's fucking sadness. What are my opinions on keto? Keto is a fabulous way to control your hunger. Also, frankly, it's how many people around the world like evolved eating. It's just meat and non-starchy vegetables. Starchy vegetables are harder to get than people think. Like, you have to actually dig for them and shit like that. A lot of people just, you know, hunted and gathered for a long time. But the biggest problem I see with keto is when people all of a sudden eat processed carbohydrates off of keto, the hunger rushes back to them and it's harder for them. But I have no problems with keto. As long as you sustain it, I have no issues with it at all. Especially if you get a wide variety of the veggies. Like, shit, I eat pretty close to what would be considered keto. Although I had chili yesterday, it has beans in it. I don't think that, like, that's why I think that's the only thing about keto I think is weird. Like, the exclusion of beans and even sweet potatoes and potatoes. Like, come on now, people, you know, just eat whole food. People with ADHD can get a paradoxical effect from caffeine, and it can improve focus used early in the day. Yes, but then it fucks me up later in the day. It fucks me up. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I can take 2 mental jewel tablets and a half of Ember, and I am like a fucking laser beam for like 3 hours. Like, I mean, and I'm not saying I'm never going to do it. I'm not saying I'm never going to have caffeine. I'm not saying I'm never going to drink fucking wine or have a beer. And I'm not saying, or a whiskey. And I'm not saying I'm never going to have, I'm never going to puff off of a big fatty. I'm not saying any of that. What I am saying is it'd be very much the very rare exception versus like me doing it all the time, you know? So that's what I think about it. So I'm not a believer of like, the only thing I'm totally restricted from ever is peanut M&Ms, ever, you know? What chaga tea am I drinking? I don't know the name. It's in there. It's in my kitchen. I don't know. But hey, guys, I'm over an hour, and I want to get running. Crystal's got a class here. Hang on, this is a good one. Why is obesity and body positivity glorified only in Western countries? In Asia, Africa countries, people have harsh words for obese people because the pharmaceutical industry owns the Western world, and they make a lot of money from it. And you better, because the pharmaceutical industry owns the Western world. They own them. They are 75% of all the media advertising. That's why. That's exactly why. But I hope all of you have an absolute great day. Thank you very much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you probably at noon, and then at 1 o'clock for the catch up with the boys. They are back. So we will have a black, white, and bald conversation at 1 p.m. But I'll probably go live at noon about whatever topic I feel like going to go live with, just to piss some people off. I hope you have a great day. God damn.